Hello friends, welcome back. This is Sri Chhatrapati Shivaji Mahavidyalaya Srigonda. I welcome you in the online class of SYBSc Electronic Science. We are seeing the chapter Applications of Op-Amp and IC 555. We have started with the point applications of Op-Amp, and in the last lecture we have seen Op-Amp as integrator. Now we want to see the application of Op-Amp as differentiator. The Op-Amp differentiator. We know differentiator. You know the mathematical application called differentiation. So differentiator is a circuit that performs the calculus operation differentiation. That is output voltage proportional to derivative of input voltage. V0 proportional to d by dt of V in. Look at the circuit diagram. The circuit diagram is simple. Op-amp is connected in inverting configuration. Inverting configuration, you know inverting configuration. Non-inverting input terminal is connected to ground directly. Input voltage V in is applied to which terminal? Inverting input terminal. A feedback resistor RF is connected between output and inverting input terminal. The load resistor RL is connected between output and ground. This is optional. You may say V0 with respect to ground. This is important. Here, the input voltage is applied to inverting input terminal through input capacitor. We have seen the integrator circuit. In the integrator circuit, here there was the input resistor R1, and here there was a feedback capacitor CF. Now the position of resistor and capacitor is interchanged. So remember, in differentiator circuit, there is capacitor at the input and resistor is at the feedback. Whereas in integrator, there is a resistor at the input and capacitor at the feedback. So this you have to remember. Otherwise, the circuits are same, and these circuits are nothing but the Op-Amp inverting amplifiers. Op-Amp inverting amplifier circuit. We know this. Input current is equal to feedback current. Actually, the input current is equals to the bias current plus feedback current, but the bias current is very small. It can be neglected, so we can take directly the current through capacitor is the input current, and current through the feedback resistor is the feedback current. So the entire input current flows through the feedback path. So let us write the input current and feedback current. So this feedback current is simply written using Ohm's law. Current is equal to voltage upon resistance. Voltage is the voltage across feedback resistor divided by the value of feedback resistor. So voltage across feedback resistor is voltage at this point minus voltage at this point. Voltage at this point is V2 minus voltage at this point is V0. Now this input current. Now at the input we know there is a capacitor, and we know the equation for capacity of the capacitor, C equals to Q by V. So Q equals to CV. Charge Q can be written as C into V using the equation C equals to Q by V, the equation for capacity of capacitor. But we want to write the current. So current is nothing but rate of flow of charge, I equals to dq by dt. That is d by dt of q, and we have q is cv. So this is d by dt of cv, but c is the constant independent of time, so written outside. C is C1, input capacitor, this, and V is voltage across this capacitor. So voltage means a potential difference between the voltage at this point minus voltage at this point. Voltage at this point is how much? V in, isn't it? And voltage at this point is V2. Using the concept of virtual ground, it can be taken as V1, which is equals to how much? 0. Concept of virtual ground is V1 equals to V2 is equal to 0. So this equation, voltage across capacitor V in minus V2, in which V2 can be taken 0, this V2 can be taken 0 using the concept of virtual ground. This V1 equals to V2 equals to 0 for an ideal op-amp. Is it clear? So C1 dV in by dt equals to minus V0 upon RF, this. So V0 equals to minus RF C1 d by dt of V in. This is the final equation. The output voltage is proportional to derivative of input voltage, isn't it? The proportionality constant is called as closed loop gain. So remember, the closed loop gain of op-amp differentiator circuit is how much? Minus RF C1. Multiple choice question, MCQ, online exam. The closed loop gain of op-amp differentiator circuit is equal to minus RF C1, and the expression for output voltage of differentiator circuit V0 equals to minus RF C1 dV in by dt, that is V0 proportional to derivative of input voltage. One more important thing, that is input and output waveforms of differentiator circuit. The multiple choice question will be asked that if a square wave input is applied to differentiator circuit, its output will be dash dash dash, sine wave, square wave, triangular wave, or sharp spikes. So the correct answer is sharp spikes. Remember, if the input signal is square wave to a differentiator circuit, its output is sharp spike. This waveform is called as, these are the sharp spikes. Spike means sudden increase. Why there is sudden increase? Because capacitor is directly at the input. There is no resistor. In the integrator there was resistor and then capacitor. So the capacitor voltage slowly increases for positive half cycle and slowly decreases for negative. Now here for positive half cycle a capacitor is there directly. So its voltage rises suddenly. And for negative half cycle it decreases slowly through resistor, like this. So we get the sharp spike output when we apply a square wave at the input of op-amp differentiator circuit. Let us quickly compare the integrator circuit and differentiator circuit. Op-amp integrator and op-amp differentiator. We know output voltage of integrator is minus 1 upon CFR1 integration of V in dt. The expression for output voltage of differentiator V0 equals to minus RFC1 d by dt of V in feedback element. In integrator circuit the feedback element is capacitor. In differentiator feedback element is resistor. The gain of integrator decreases with increasing frequency, whereas in case of differentiator the gain increases with increasing frequency. That means the integrator circuit acts as a low pass filter, a differentiator circuit acts as a high pass filter. Remember, this may be asked as a MCQ. Integrator circuit acts as a low pass filter, whereas the differentiator circuit acts as a high pass filter. Next point is noise. In integrator there is a less noise as compared to differentiator, whereas if we compare the stability, the integrator circuit has more stability as compared to differentiator. Let us see the applications. Application of integrator circuit is ADC, PID, the filter circuits, whereas the application of differentiator circuit is logic circuits, pulse shaping circuit, and the filter circuit. Filter circuit is a common application. We know this ADC means analog to digital converter, whereas this PID, there is a PID controller circuit, or this is an instrument used in industrial control applications to regulate the temperature, flow, pressure, speed and other parameters. So PID means proportional integral derivative controller. And the filter circuits that we are going to see, the next point is filter, we will see in detail. And this pulse shaping, that is wave shaping circuits, this is used as a waveform generator. So immediately next point is active filters. We have just now seen the filters. The filter is a application of, see here, filter is a application of both of these, integrator and differentiator circuit. So let us see the filter. So what is filter? It is a frequency selective circuit. A frequency selective circuit that passes a specified band of frequencies and blocks or attenuates the signals of frequency outside this band is called as filter. So this is the definition of filter. Filter is a frequency selective circuit that passes means send to the output a specified band of frequency. Band means range of frequency. एका ठराविक फ्रिक्वेन्सीच्या रेंज मधली सिग्नल असेल तरच ती आउटपुटला पाठवली जाते. त्या रेंजच्या बाहेरच्या सगळ्या फ्रिक्वेन्सीज काय केल्या जातात, ब्लॉक केल्या जातात. दॅट इज द फिल्टर. दोन प्रकारचे फिल्टर्स असू शकतात, एक म्हणजे पॅसिव्ह फिल्टर आणि दुसरं म्हणजे ॲक्टिव्ह फिल्टर. पॅसिव्ह फिल्टर कशाला म्हणायचं की जर का तुम्ही नुसते रेजिस्टर आणि कॅपॅसिटर वापरून फिल्टर सर्किट केलं तर ते पॅसिव्ह फिल्टर असतं. आणि जर का तुम्ही ऑप एम्प वापरला तर त्याला ॲक्टिव्ह फिल्टर म्हणतात. त्याला ॲक्टिव्ह का म्हणतात तर त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला ऑप एम्प असल्यामुळे त्याला गेन देता येतं. गेन म्हणजे काय, the output voltage can be made larger, greater than the input voltage. पॅसिव्ह म्हणजे फक्त रेजिस्टर आणि कॅपॅसिटर असला, ऑप एम्प नसला किंवा ट्रान्झिस्टर अँप्लिफायर नसला तर मग गेन देत नाही, म्हणून त्याला पॅसिव्ह म्हटलं. पॅसिव्ह म्हणजे काय की तुमचं आउटपुट जे आहे ते जास्तीत जास्त किती असेल, इनपुट इतकं असेल. इनपुट आणि आउटपुट हे सारखंच असेल किंवा आउटपुट हे इनपुटपेक्षा कमी असेल पण जास्त असणार नाही. दॅट इज पॅसिव्ह. पॅसिव्हचा मराठीत अर्थ होतो निष्क्रिय आणि ॲक्टिव्ह म्हणजे सक्रिय अशा अर्थाने आपण वापरतो. सो वी वॉन्ट टू स्टडी द ॲक्टिव्ह फिल्टर्स. Let us see first the advantages of the active filter over passive filter. Passive filterच्या तुलनेत ॲक्टिव्ह फिल्टरला कोणते ॲडव्हान्टेजेस आहेत? जे काही ऑप एम्प वापरल्यामुळे ऑप एम्पचे सगळे जे काही फायदे आहेत ते सगळे फिल्टर सर्किटला पण लागू होतात. फॉर एक्झाम्पल It has high input impedance, low आउटपुट इम्पिडन्स. त्याच्यामुळे काय होणार, फिल्टर सर्किट जे आहे दॅट डज नॉट कॉज द लोडिंग ऑफ सोर्स और लोडिंग ऑफ द आउटपुट डिवाइस. आलं काय लक्षात. दिस इज द ॲडव्हान्टेज ऑफ ॲक्टिव्ह फिल्टर. ऑप ॲम्प वापरल्यामुळे सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं म्हणजे गेन आपल्याला त्या सर्किटला काहीतरी गेन ठरवता येतं डिझायनिंग करून. गेन ठरवणं सोपं असतं. इन्व्हर्टिंग ॲम्प्लिफायर असला तर गेन काय असतं, RF अपॉन R1. RF 10 किलो ओम ठेवला आणि R1 1 किलो ओम ठेवला तर गेन झालं 10. म्हणजे आउटपुट हे इनपुटपेक्षा 10 पटीने मोठं असणार. RF 100 किलो ओम ठेवला, R1 1 किलो ओम ठेवला तर गेन किती होणार, RF अपॉन R1 म्हणजे 100. म्हणजे आउटपुट व्होल्टेज हे इनपुट व्होल्टेजपेक्षा किती 100 पटीने मोठं झालं. सो द ॲक्टिव्ह फिल्टर्स हॅव गेन. थर्ड ॲडव्हान्टेज आहे दे आर मोर इकॉनॉमिकल दॅन द पॅसिव्ह फिल्टर्स बिकॉज ऑप ॲम्प्स आर चीपर, स्वस्त असतात. Let us now see the types of filter circuits. So there are 4 general types of filter circuits: low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter and band reject filter. Low pass filter काय करणार, आउटपुट व्होल्टेज कोणत्या फ्रिक्वेन्सीला जास्त असणार, लो फ्रिक्वेन्सीला आउटपुट व्होल्टेज जास्त असणार. बिकॉज इट passes the low frequency to the output. The output voltage will be high at low frequency, and when we increase the input frequency above the cutoff frequency, then output voltage will fall to 0 volt. त्याच्या उलट हाय पासमध्ये काय असणार, याचा आउटपुट कधी हाय होणार, जेव्हा फ्रिक्वेन्सी हाय असेल ते output voltage will be large. When we make the frequency higher than the cutoff frequency, म्हणजे लो फ्रिक्वेन्सीच्या वेळेस याचा आउटपुट काय असणार, 0 असणार. बँड पासच्या बाबतीत काय की ठराविक बँड म्हणजे रेंज ऑफ फ्रिक्वेन्सी F2 मायनस F1 एक ठराविक रेंज आहे, तिथेच फक्त गेन काय असणार, लार्ज असणार. आउटपुट व्होल्टेज हे लार्ज असणार, इतर वेळी आउटपुट व्होल्टेज 0 होणार. आणि बँड रिजेक्ट म्हणजे ह्याच्या उलट आहे, लो पासच्या उलट हाय पास आहे, बँड पासच्या उलट बँड रिजेक्ट. म्हणजे ठराविक एक जो बँड आहे रेंज ऑफ फ्रिक्वेन्सी दॅट विल बी रिजेक्टेड, म्हणजे आउटपुट व्होल्टेज तेव्हा 0 असेल, इतर वेळी आउटपुट व्होल्टेज जास्त असणार. Another important point in case of filter is the order of the filter. We can construct a filter circuit which is having a first order or second order or third order filter, fourth order filter. So what is the order of filter? Order of the filter depends upon how many RC circuits are used in a filter. If we use a single R and C, resistor and capacitor, in the filter circuit, then the order of the filter will be 1. if we use 2 RC combination, 2 RC circuit, then order of filter will be 2. In general, the order of the filter, if we denote order of the filter as a n, then it is nothing but how many capacitors are there, resistor and capacitor. But a resistor may be used anywhere in the circuit, especially how many capacitors are there. So this has stand for number of. So if a filter contains 12 capacitors, that means the filter circuit is of order of 12. Is it clear? Multiple choice question, MCQ. The order of a filter depends upon dash dash dash, number of resistor, number of transistor, number of diode, number of capacitor. So remember this equation, n roughly equals to has capacitors, number of capacitors. And this is one more important point in case of filter, that is the Butterworth approximation. Butterworth is the name of the scientist who have studied the filter circuits. It is about the rate of the gain fall above cutoff frequency. The gain of a filter falls at the rate of 20 into n, and this is the unit of the gain, 20 n dB per decade. Per decade means when the frequency changes at the rate of 10, decade means 10, 10च्या पटीत जेव्हा फ्रिक्वेन्सी बदलत असेल 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 like this, then the rate of gain fall will be 20 n dB per decade, where n means, we know n means the order of the filter. म्हणजे फर्स्ट ऑर्डर फिल्टर असेल तर 20 dB पर डिकेड, ते सेकंड ऑर्डर फिल्टर असेल तर रेट ऑफ गेन फॉल किती असेल, त्याचं जे काही फ्रिक्वेन्सी बँड आहे त्या बँडच्या बाहेर, म्हणजे कट ऑफ फ्रिक्वेन्सीच्या पुढे फ्रिक्वेन्सी जायला लागली की लगेच गेन कितीने फॉल होणार, सेकंड ऑर्डर असला तर 40 dB पर डिकेड, थर्ड ऑर्डर फिल्टर असला तर 60 dB पर डिकेडने फॉल होणार, फोर्थ ऑर्डर फिल्टर असेल तर 80 dB पर डिकेड, हे डिकेडमध्ये असेल तर. तेच कधी कधी फ्रिक्वेन्सी हे ऑक्टेवमध्ये व्हॅरी होतात. प्रॅक्टिकली आपण जर का साऊंडच्या बाबतीत खास करून फ्रिक्वेन्सीज पाहिल्या, हार्मोनिक फ्रिक्वेन्सीज, तर त्या ऑक्टेवमध्ये, त्याच्यामुळे ती आपली संगीत पेटी जी असते तिला हार्मोनियम म्हणतात. बिकॉज ऑल दिस साऊंड नोट्स डिफरंट, वी कॉल इट देम एज सा रे ग म, they varies with octave, means a difference of 8 hertz. So the gain fall, the roll-off rate is 6 into n dB per octave. So in that case, for the first order filter, it will be 6 dB per octave. For second order filter, it will be 12 dB per octave, and so on. If n is equal to 5, then the roll-off rate will be 5 into 6, that is 30 dB per octave. Multiple choice question, MCQ, online exam. The roll-off rate of a active filter. The Butterworth approximation. So remember, for an active filter, roll-off equals 20 n dB per decade, and roll-off equals to 6 n dB per octave, where n is the order of the filter. So with all this discussion, we came at the end of this lecture. So thank you very much.